Hello all, welcome to another video. In this video, we will be walking through step by step on how you can build your own shellcode loader in Golang or Go, a popular programming language. We will be building this on our Kali Linux attacker machine and cross-compile it to provide a Windows exe binary. Without further ado, let's get started. Let's create a new directory on our Kali machine and name our project. Like and subscribe sounds great. So what makes a shellcode loader? To make it as simple as possible, we will require two main functions, the loading of the shellcode and the executing of the shellcode. For the loading of the shellcode, we will load it via a command line argument, either to instruct the loader to load it from a file or remotely from a web server. For the execution of the shellcode, we will stick with the most basic one, using create thread and wait for single object. We can make use of the Windows package available in Golang. Let's use the new lazy systemdll function to import some functions from kernel 32, which we will need for the shellcode execution. Let's also create a check error function. This will help if we encounter any errors, as it will print it out for us to troubleshoot. The shellcode that we would be demonstrating will be the Meterpreter reverse shell, generated by msfvenom. We will also perform a simple base64 encoding on it. This means that our shellcode loader will also require a function to base64 decode the shellcode after loading it. Alright, with all the Windows APIs in place, now let's start working on the execute shellcode function. First, we will need to allocate some memory for the shellcode to sit in and execute. We can do so with windows.virtualallot. Next, we will need to copy or move the shellcode into the memory allocated. Following which, we can create a thread on the address to begin the execution of the shellcode. We will keep waiting for the thread to finish execution. Now let's work on the main function, which will help pass the command line arguments received and direct the execution accordingly. Next, we will base64 decode the shellcode, since the shellcode should be base64 encoded. And finally, we will execute the shellcode. Awesome, this looks good. Let's try to compile it. We can perform cross-compilation on our Kali directly to produce a Windows x64 exe binary. Let's do that with the command as shown in the screen. It seems that our error declaration was not used. Let's use it with our check error function, and this should solve the compilation error. Awesome, it worked. Now let's generate a Meterpreter reverse shell shellcode with msfvenom. Let's base64 encode it. Now let's spin up a msfconsole listener for it. Okay, this looks good. Now let's hop over to our Windows machine and transfer our shellcode exe loader here with secure copy SCP. No detection yet. This review file dialog is expected because we have automatic submission turned off. We can dismiss this. So far so good. Let's do a manual scan on the binary. Awesome. No detections at all from Windows Defender. Time for execution. Let's not forget to spin up a web server with Python to host the base64 encoded shellcode. sweet. We have successfully bypassed Windows Defender and have gotten a reverse shell back. This is great. We can also prove that Windows Defender is indeed working on our desktop folder by generating a Meterpreter reverse shell exe binary and copying it over. We can see that this is detected immediately by Windows Defender. To be honest, I wasn't expecting it to work the first time. Usually, I will have to build the Golang binary with the LD flags option like this with trim path. This is to remove information from the exe binary such as symbols, function and variable names, and other various debugging information. This has helped me bypass Windows Defender before. Give it a try if yours is getting picked up by Windows Defender. It might help. Another option here is to use Gabble, a very popular tool to build obfuscated binary. You can install it like this and build it with Gabble like this. Alright all, this is it to the video. I hope you have found it to be useful. To be 100% transparent, the template loader code was provided by ChatGPT. But the takeaway here is to understand what are the basic core components in a typical shellcode loader. Here is a quick shout out to everyone who have donated to my channel so far. Thank you and I really appreciate it a lot. Once again, thanks for watching and I hope you have found it to be useful. Please help to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It will really help out the channel a lot. Thanks all and I will see you all soon in the next one. Bye.